Hey guys, what's up? Chess Noob here. In today's chess video, we're going to be going over a game I played against ChessTwins. He's a YouTuber. Make sure to check out his channel. He uploads some great content there, really informational and really fun to watch. So I played him, and I think his rating's like 2,000 around there, and my rating's like 1,080. Big difference, but I decided to play him, and I played white in this game, and he played black. So I started off with the move e4. He played c5. I played knight to f3. Now, this is like a setup of the Sicilian defense. Usually you expect to see d6 right now, but I guess he played e6. Never seen this move before, so he kind of threw me out of my books. So let's continue. I played d4, like the regular moves. He takes on d4, and I recapture. He plays a6. I think maybe this is called the Con variation of the Sicilian defense. I'm looking at the analysis right here, actually. So I play knight to c3, a simple developing move, and he plays queen c7. Don't really know what the purpose of this move is. I think it might be to control the e5 square, kind of set up more pressure there, and at the same time, kind of adding more pressure to the c2 square, and I think to exploit the knight on c3, which he does later. I play bishop e3, which is an okay move, and he plays bishop to b4. It's a great move right now. If I don't respond to that properly, and if I play, say, like a move like h3, black can simply take on c3 with the bishop, and after I recapture with the b pawn, black can capture on c3, checking my king, and technically threatening the rook, even though it's protected by the queen, and I'll be in some serious danger. Plus, he will be ahead by a pawn. So what I played from here is I played queen to d3. I think this is a fine move too. Then, obviously, I'm not playing great moves, but I'm playing okay moves. He plays knight f6, a great development move. I think I played f3. I didn't want him to get to the g5 square, even though he wouldn't do much there anyway. And I kind of ignored this really good move that he plays, and that's d5. The reason why this is such a great move, as we'll see, is I capture on d5, and after I do that, now the knight can capture on d5, adding another attacker to the c3 knight, which is pinned so it cannot move anywhere. Right now, since I have currently 3 attackers on the knight and only, I think, 2 defenders, right? I play my knight to e2. This actually adds another defender, even though you never really want to move your pieces back. It's just not very good. So now he plays knight to d7. Like I said, I'm doing an analysis. This is an inaccuracy, and the better move was knight to c6. Right, I think knight to c6 would have been a bit more active. I can see that he was trying to bring his knight to e5 with the same goal, but I think knight c6 would have originally been better. I think the reason he played knight to d7 was so that he wouldn't lose the attacker. He wouldn't lose the queen attacking the knight on c3. So he did play knight to d7, and then I played a3. This is a mistake. The best move probably would have been bishop to d2, and just breaking that pin. And so, breaking the pin would make me so much more relieved. But unfortunately, I play a3, and then he does a great move, and he brings his knight to e5. This is a great move. It attacks my queen. At the same time, he gains a tempo, and he's just bringing more and more pieces he's just adding a lot of pressure to the board. So now I play queen d4. This was a good move. Then he takes with the knight on e3. I recapture, and now the knight goes to c4, which is an excellent move. Like I said, just adding a lot more pressure and getting a tempo. Here, I think I made a bad move. I played queen d4. A better move would have been queen to f2. A better move would have been queen to f2. The reason is that if queen to f the reason is if queen to f2, then black's bishop would go to a5, and I could gain a tempo from there after playing b4. Of course, I could castle still. Yeah, so after bishop goes to a5, I could castle, and or actually I wouldn't castle because then he'd capture the knight on c3, and then I'd have to recapture with the b2 pawn. But if I do play my queen to f2, I think I will have a better chance rather than playing queen to d4. But unfortunately, that's what I did, and like I said, this was an inaccuracy. Now black makes another inaccuracy move, and that's bishop to d6. A better move would have been e5, just constantly attacking the queen. And this is what I actually was scared of during the game. Fortunately, he didn't play it. Instead, he played the move bishop to d6. Kind of relieves some of the pressure, and in chess, you always want to put more and more pressure on your opponent. So now I castled. And he plays bishop e5. Like I said, attacking my queen. It's kind of vulnerable right now, and it's in the middle of the board. So getting rid of it would help black a lot. Now I play queen d3, placing my queen in a little bit safer position, probably the best safe position. And then now he castles, and I play f4. Getting that bishop on e5 out of there, it's putting a lot of pressure constantly on the board. So I'll have to do something about it. He plays, and that's what I originally thought. f4, that's what I originally thought he would do. But turns out this is a blunder, and I didn't realize there's two attackers on that and only one defender. So after he captures, and I recapture, and he captures, I'll be in check, and of course, now I'll have to move. So like I said, yes, that was a terrible move. Hopefully when I play him again, I don't make silly mistakes like that. But now, he plays the move knight to e5. The computer says this is a mistake, and that the best move was b5. So let's take a look at that. Right, b5 is, for a reason, a very strong move, because it serves as an outpost for the knight on c4, and that knight could simply stay there, and the only way to get rid of that knight is to like basically move the queen and take it with the bishop. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of time, and my opponent would gain a large lead and in tempo. So right, unfortunately, he played knight to e5. Like I said, the better move was b5, and now, this is bliss. So of course we'll make mistakes. No one expects anyone to be perfect. No one expects anyone to be perfect in a real game either. Surprisingly, of course, he's really good. He made a lot of excellent moves, more than me, obviously. That's why I lost. But so right now, after he attacks my queen, I play my queen to g3. What I was thinking was, I was not really necessarily looking to trade off, but if he did trade off, which he does, I'll show you what I mean. Then I would recapture with the h pawn, opening up the h file, so I could pour more pressure on the h7 pawn. As we'll see later, that doesn't exactly work out, because he's able to defend it very nicely. So now he plays knight to g4, and basically what this move does is attacks the square on f2. So what I do is I play rook to d2, avoiding that fork. He plays b5, marching up his pawns. The rest of the moves are kind of ordinary moves, nothing too crazy. All ordinary moves. I play bishop to d3, attacking the h7 pawn. In response to that, he plays g6, blocking the bishop. So now there's only one attacker on the h7 pawn. I play rook to h4, attacking the knight on g4. Now I'm pretty low on time, and I started making irrational decisions, as we'll see. He plays knight e5, getting out of the way of the rook, and attacking the bishop. Now, from here, I move my bishop to e4, attacking the rook. And obviously, if he wants to conserve his rook, he's going to have to move it. And he moves the rook to b8. From here, I play the move rook d1. So not a very active move, but I'm trying to move my rook to h1 so I can add more pressure. He plays really well, and he plays king g7 so that he can play rook to h8, adding another defender to the h7 square. So I play rook h1, and instead of playing rook h8, which probably would have been a more passive move, he plays the move h5. So now I try bringing my knight into the action and play the move knight to e2. He plays bishop b7. I take right now, and he recaptures. So like I said, bringing the knight into the game. At this point, I think I'm at a major disadvantage. My pawn structure pretty crazy right now. It looks like I am down 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, down by a pawn as well. And right now the major weakness I can see is the pawns. So we'll continue. He plays rook h8, just adding another defender there. And I play rook e1. Since I can't do anything on the h-file anymore, I decided to attack the knight. It's kind of like a last-ditch attempt. Right now, I know there's nothing I can do. He plays knight c4. I play the move king a2. I don't know why I played this, actually. Oh yeah, so I wouldn't get checked by knight to d2. And then he plays back to knight to d6. And then I play b3. This really was a bad move. I was anticipating a different move. That's why I played b3. But, right, so never mind. So now he plays knight to f5, attacking my rook. I play rook to h2. And he plays knight to d4. This was a mistake on his part. Sorry, I'm rushing things along. I have to go somewhere. But this was a mistake on his part, because the best move, I think, would have been rook c8. And just adds a lot more pressure on the c2 pawn, and it's kind of piling up everything on the king where the white king is. But instead, he plays knight d4. I attack the knight, and he retreats. So now, really don't know what to do. I'm playing really bad moves. This is an inaccuracy. Knight to d3 is an inaccuracy. The better move is g4. Kind of like trying to break up the kind of pawn formation that I have right now. It's really, really bad. So yeah, but I play knight d3, and what I do, and I simply hang the pawn. This is where I ran into time trouble. So every move after this is pretty much terrible. He takes the pawn. I attack the knight. Simply moves the knight. And right here, I don't know why I played b4. My knight wasn't even under attack. Like I said, low on time, so I was just trying to do random moves. Then he plays rook d6, trying to play rook d2 next. So this was an inaccuracy, rook e3, because now black can play knight f1 and fork me. So basically, attacking the knight was not a good idea on this move, because now black plays rook d2 check, and I play king to b3, and now knight goes to f1, and now both my rooks are pinned, so I played a random move, rook to f3, knight takes on h2, and I ran out of time here. Obviously, I would have lost, but anyway, I learned a lot from that game. I might be playing ChessTwins again, maybe on Saturday. He's doing a live stream, so make sure to check it out. Like I said again, he makes lots of good content. they're informational and they're really fun to watch. So anyway, that's it, guys. I basically just reviewed the game between me and ChessTwins. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Peace out.